Good day, YouTube. This is Jay Money with Falling Forward Financial. Just an update here on Canopy Growth, and all I can say on this one is WTF. What is going on with Canopy? I have not looked. I mean, it's similar to a lot of the other MJ plays out there, but I didn't realize it was down this much, which always creates a buying opportunity. You can see this is kind of ugly. I've had those for a while. But you can see what this one's done, 26 on up to the nice run on the 10th of February, like all the other ones. So if you got out there and got out, you'd been doing pretty good. Or even if I would have got out back in there. But as you can see, it's just come down 65% over the last year. In the last 3 months, almost 40%. In the last month, it's down a little bit over 28%. 4.72 in the last week, and almost 9.5% here today. This one isn't having a very good year, so this used to be one of my favorites, one of my ones that I thought wouldn't run a whole lot down, but it has. So, but again, I'm considering picking up some shares on this one. Definitely lower this. This one I have always felt it's not going anywhere. This one's backed, I believe, by Constellation Brands. I've done videos on it in the past. They dumped about $4 or $5 billion into it. If you don't know what Constellation Brands is, they make all the Mexican beers, Corona, my favorite, Modelo, and several others. So you know this company isn't going to go down the tubes with that backing. And they're all working on CBD infused drinks, so that's got to boost it at some point in time, as well as the legalizing federally on a federal level, whenever that's going to happen as well. But if you don't know much about CGC or Canopy Growth, it's an MJ play and other consumer products, so feel free to pause and go over that there. Founded in 2009, 4.77 million shares with an average of 7.45, not a whole lot on this one, compared to like Sundial, which I just did a video on. Market cap of 3.46 billion, low of 866, and a 52-week high of 5650. So quite a range there. If you'd done an option on this one going down, you'd made a killing there. Ratings on this one at 65%, showing a hold, so not too great, but pretty typical. If you want some great ratings on some MJ plays, I did True Leaf, let's see, True Leaf, Cresco Farms, Green Thumb Industries, Cureleaf. I just did those back on the 16th and 17th, so feel free to find those in my library. Those all have super great ratings, so showing a buy and then some. Here's a look at my history, so you can see I haven't bought any of this one for quite some time. Looks like I tried buying it there. Almost glad that didn't go through now. And here's another one, and here's actually one that did fill when it was probably at its high, so wow, really bad on that one. But moving on, Bing is showing this one as a hold. There's a little bit more information on CGC if you care to pause and go over that there for yourself. But it looks like Canopy Growth sells German unit to Dermafarm Holding SE. This is just dated last week on the 15th. Wednesday said it agreed to sell the cannabinoid compound company to Dermafarm Holding for up to 122.6 million euros or 138 million. Canopy Growth said the transaction will reduce its short-term capital investment requirements by up to 38.9 million. Shares of Canopy Growth rose 1% in the pre-market. Market pulse stories are rapid-fire short news bursts on stock news and markets as they move. And I believe that's all for that particular article. This is kind of some same information, again dated on the 15th, so a couple days ago. talking about selling their cannabinoid compound. Just a different look here. And moving on, over here on NASDAQ, do options traders know something about Canopy Growth stock that we don't? And this is dated here today. So they need to pay close attention to the stock based on moves in the options market lately. This is because the January 21, 2022 $20 call had some of the highest implied volatility of all equity options today. So very interesting. If that happened, that's going to pretty much double the stock. What is implied volatility? Shows how much movement the market is expecting in the future. Options with high levels of implied volatility suggest that investors in the underlying stock are expecting a big move in one way or the other. Could also mean there's an event coming up that could cause a big rally. And here's some information what analysts think. Some are saying it's a hold. The net effect has widened the Zacks consensus estimate for current quarter from a loss of 16 cents per share to a loss of 22 cents per share in that period. Analysts sales trends under pressure as Canopy Growth, and this is dated also here today. So they're down 5.8% to $9.03 this morning. Actually, they're down a little bit more than that after Piper downgraded the equity to underweight from neutral. The firm also slashed its price target from 7 to 7 from 11, with the firm noting a number of sales trends under pressure within Canopy's business. The brokerage bunch was already bearish towards Canopy Growth stock coming into today. Of the 13 analysts, 14 carried a tepid hold. So definitely one to watch if you're like me, wanting to lower your cost basis. Now would be the perfect time. But again, I don't give tax, legal, or trading advice. You'd have to do that, your own due diligence on your own. Here on Reddit, no recent information, so we'll move on over here to StockTwits, currently at 872 with a 52-week low of 869. Might have hit that today, and a 52-week high of 5650. $3.7 billion market cap and 4.92 million shares being traded in the volume. Just bought back all my shares, sold for a tax loss, harvesting today. Let's go. So what he did is sold for a tax loss. So he must have been high like me in the price outside of smoking. High like me. That just came out wrong. So I'm guessing he sold at a loss and bought back at the low just to keep some shares, and hopefully they'll come back up. So that sounds like what that person did to me. So here's some unusual options activity. With an average of 15% out of the money. So easiest money I've witnessed. Feel bad for anyone forced to sell for 10 cents on the dollar. Unusual put sweep. So lots of options going on with this one. Will be had during, yep, that is about right. And over here on tip ranks, currently at 872 with a 40% upside to 1223. High of 2171 and a low of 7. If it gets to be that low, hopefully not, but if it does, I'm for sure going to buy some. So, and it does look like it hit that 52-week low today. So, but if you have this one, go ahead and list it in the comments along with your cost basis, any other information you would like to share on this one, that we can all compare notes and see where CGC is going to go for sure. And if you haven't smashed that like button yet, go ahead and hit that for me, as well as subscribing. and hit the bell so you're notified of when the next videos drop. Again, this is J Money, Falling Forward Financial. Happy trading, happy investing, stay green. Cheers.